I will never forget it. The year was 1997. I was 35 years of age. I had lived non-op downstairs for 20 years. Yes, I'm a transgender woman. Well, they used to call it transsexual or sex change back then. Yeah. So finally, the government was going to pay for it, and there was a doctor that was doing it that I had seen what he had done, and it was like chef's kiss. Because let's just say back then, Frankenstein was really all the rage, you know. Back in the 70s and 80s, it was very scary. You know, there was no Doloreses, you know, put on there sometimes. Yes, really scary. So anyways, I was the first one that they had paid on the books to go down there. All the way to Portland from Vancouver, but they wouldn't pay for transportation. So my friend's driving me back, and on the way home, I'm starting to develop a fever. I'm dilating in gas stations and restaurants. And she hits the pedal to the metal, and we get pulled over by a highway patrol. Well, with her quick thinking, she said that I had congenital stenosis, and Canadian healthcare isn't what it like in the States. So people funded together and got me to have the surgery down there. And he was like, "Oh my God, that's so great." And he says, "Let me help you." And he put on his siren and drove us. We shot all the way to the Washington border. Well, by the time we hit Seattle, I was dilating in Hamburger Mary's restaurant. I remember that. I had my high heel up on the stall as I was doing it, and I'm starting to go delirious. And that's all I remember from that point on. The next thing I know, I'm kind of coming to in Vancouver. I'm on some antibiotics in the hospital and coming to. So that was only the first 11 days. Once I was back home in my nest, everything worked out great. I was allowed to do sit baths at around, I think, 2 weeks, and that was what saved my life, is those little birdie sit baths with sea salt and stuff like that. But yeah, I remember talking to my friends, and I said, you know, I look like I have the VJJ that ate Los Angeles. It felt very mechanical and weird, but it did less and less get more, less foreign and more part of me. And it took about 9 months before I said that I gave birth in about 9 months. It was about a 9-month stint. That's when I stopped spotting as well, type of thing. And I started to, you know, grow into it. Yeah. So you'll be great, girl. Congratulations, Sushi Sis.